Chance you ditched texting for messaging apps. Steve Bender explains this and other consumer news this morning. Steve, I still text.
No, I was going to say the same thing. I'm learning something new this morning as well, Stephanie. So let's take a look at this story because it's topping our consumer news. More than a third of smartphone owners are using messaging apps. Now, according to a new National Pew Research Center survey, 36% of smartphone owners using messaging apps such as Kik or iMessage, and then another 17% use apps which automatically delete sent messages like Snapchat. Now, the benefit of using these messaging apps allow people to communicate without using up their data in their texting plan. So that's why they're doing it, Steph. And people who love breakfast flock to McDonald's. According to a new brand survey by Brand Index, the top choice for people who crave breakfast food at any hour is the Golden Arches. Now, the survey found 41% of consumers who eat breakfast twice a day consider McDonald's for their next meal. Now, sandwich chain Subway was consumers' second choice for anytime breakfast, followed by IHOP. Now, college students hand over a lot of information when the academic year begins. And in the era of massive data breaches and stolen data, Karen Kafa finds out how academic institutions secure your information and what can families do to keep it safe.
From the federal government to massive retailers, data breaches have become more prevalent in the last few years. And academic institutions haven't been immune.
Think about college campuses. They are rich with data. The obvious, you have the student data, people coming to school for the first time, they're registering for classes, they've got all this information they have to give the institution. That's all very valuable data to cyber criminals.
Michael Kaiser of the National Cybersecurity Alliance says that frequent information exchange, plus data from things like medical research and other scientific contracts, can make these institutions a big target. And some are only just catching up to that idea.
They may not always be aware of how much data they have, and that really starts in any kind of organization looking at what is the data that we have on our campus, what are the crown jewels of that data, and what are we doing to protect it.
As students head back to campus, it's on individuals to not only protect themselves, but also their institution's network.
It starts at the very basic level of every user who's accessing the network. Simple things like, software patches, strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, which is a way to have something in addition to a password. That should be implemented, I think, at almost every college campus at this point.
Kaiser also says parents back home can help by keeping lines of communication open and making students aware of any breaches to a bank, insurance company, or anywhere else the family does business. Also, reminding students to check their credit cards, credit reports, and bank accounts regularly for signs of fraud. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Thank you, Karen, for that report.
Yeah. Well, up next, Lauren Vizza shows us what's trending today.
And the sky's the limit for one Arkansas student who's acing college entrance exams left and right. We'll explain after the break.